Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Timberborn. And we are using the TF talkies now because I like them. So, here you go. Transform me to your heart's content, everyone. And right now we've got a bad tide going on for the next 6 freaking days.
Ooh.
It seems like those bad tides pop up very frequently.
They get more and more frequent as the game goes on.
Ah.
The idea is that eventually you'll lose.
I don't think eventually you're going to lose. I think it's more a matter of you gotta be careful because it's going to get harder and harder and you gotta keep on top of it.
Well, yeah, but if it just keeps increasing in frequency, eventually it's going to reach a point where you don't have enough time between droughts and bad tides to gather resources to outlast them.
Possibly. But you were going to say something, Maddie?
Originally, the document did not say dismissed. In the first draft, it said dissolved. And I'll let you worry about what that means.
Why are we bringing prisoners to Miracle again?
I don't know, because we didn't know better.
What's gonna have to happen is, like, at some point we're gonna, like, be bringing this prisoner, and then we're gonna be talking to her. Celeste, and he's gonna be like, why? Okay, look, I'm gonna give you a package. When you get to your rooms, read it, and it's gonna be this. And all of us are gonna collectively go like, oh.
Oh, we just consigned that Digimon to their death. Oh,
Oh, he died.
I see this all the time where the bad guy is apparently redeemable and all that, and it's like, guys, sometimes they're just bad.
no, I'm not saying he's redeemable. I'm saying that he's an individual, a living person
That tried to murder David.
He didn't try to
Yeah.
murder David. He just tried to give David a road trip. He tried to kill the puppy. which is not
A
cool.
road trip.
I'm not saying he's redeemable. I'm saying he doesn't deserve death. I said no.
Okay.
Very few people deserve death.
Well, okay, why? But look at it this way, okay? If you send him to the digital world, he might try to hunt Ido, and we don't want that. But if you keep him here, it's gonna cause problems. So what do you do?
White also has other reasons for getting attached, but
You're going to encounter the few instances of Sammy being reasonable and applying nuance to the situation, solely because he simultaneously feels bad for the Digimon but also doesn't like him.
yeah,
He's just a little guy
he's just a little guy.
who tried to kill
I
two
feel bad.
people, but he's just a little guy.
Exactly. I feel bad for him because he's just a little guy. Sammy's like,
I just want to
So,
have
first
this,
off, are you guys aware of what Betelgeumamon looks like?
Yep.
Yes. No, we're thinking about the Ido art.
Yeah, that.
Well, yeah, that's after he's gotten the, he's been tortured a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise he just looks
I
like
still think he's a very bad guy.
He's been tortured. He's got a little blankie. He's crying. Look at him, Zim. He's scared.
It's just like Hyro.
Wait, what?
What?
Him and Hyro would probably get along. Who knows?
Uh-huh. Come on. Wow.
After he remarked on his lack of man bun and said he's not even a dog.
Look, all I'm saying is maybe if Hyro misses another Diamond Storm in combat, he'll end up joining the Battleground March.
Anyways, I will go ahead and let you guys know there's another chapter coming because Zim reminded me that you guys might like to know about I forgot what it was actually. Zim, do you remember what you were saying to add to the handbook?
Standard operating procedures?
Sorry, talking to Holo real quick.
Oh, sorry. I was just asking if you remembered what you wanted me to add to the handbook. There was one more chapter to put in.
An art of platter puppy.
I can do that.
Can that be the cover for the handbook?
Flat up being the soon-to-be official mascot.
Alright, I'm back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Okay, Zim, do you remember what chapter you said you wanted to be added to the handbook?
I think it was about the interaction between foreign authorities and what we could
Sure.
do in that regard. You know, what was it? Their policies on impersonating officers and the like.
That was it. Yes, I remember now. I can go ahead and give you guys an outline of what that's probably going to look like if you want, so you can be planning for that.
I mean, if anything, take your time. You know, we have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I could give you like a general overview.
Fair enough. Hit us up.
There's probably going to be a select list of agencies that Mirapool will not, condone the impersonating of. And while agents are given a wide berth to decide what's necessary for their mission, if you're caught impersonating, the Secret Service, for example, you risk huge international problems, and you will be punitive action will be taken.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that like those would be easily out of limits. Anything basically to do with protecting the people on top in countries is probably off limits. Secret Service, or probably some like really specific intelligence agencies where it's like, no, we gotta know we can trust these people. We can't let Mirapool infiltrate them. We can't let Mirapool be an MI6 agent. How do we know who to trust them?
Revised June 21st, 1921, huh?
I know I would also like to see some information about what the various governments actually allow for Mirapool agents. Because an organization like this has to have government contacts across
They do.
the world. And I want to know exactly like what these other governments allow Mirapool to do and whatnot.
I can do that. Of course, some places are going to be more restrictive than others, especially places that don't particularly politically align with the United States, because that's kind of where Mirapool is right now. But yeah, I'll try to be gentle about references to real world political tensions, but
What I might suggest,
go ahead.
on the one hand, it's like I definitely understand not wanting to just copy somebody else's work, but on the other hand, Mirrorpool reminds me a lot of XCOM. It's this shadow organization that is dealing with threats not from the world. Hi, Kuroy. So I might recommend looking at how XCOM handles that to inspire how you decide to handle it.
Yeah, seems like maybe not a bad idea.
XCOM is a game on Steam too.
Yes. It's one of my favorite series, period. Though...
Have you played it?
Huh?
Have you played it on stream?
Yeah. I've actually played through the first and second game in full twice on stream, as well as Chimera Squad. I have not played any of the original ones, but that's because I just cannot figure out how to actually control them.
Gotcha.
And I was also going to say that it's probably fine to some extent to reflect some of the real world stuff, but it can also just be done like slightly different. Like, oh, look, you know, these two countries don't really get along. Maybe they work together through Mirrorpool, but not with each other, and that can cause some tensions. Or like, hey, look, this country completely doesn't like the United States. Maybe they have their own agency.
Oh, spoiler! You're gonna see a lot of countries that don't generally get along coinciding with each other specifically, so Mirrorpool can operate. That's just a thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how XCOM handles it as well, because, you know, when there is a threat that is... Sure. I mean, I don't want to get political on this, but it's... Everybody knows Russia and the US don't really get along. We never have. That's just a fact. But even still, when there's a threat that is, you know, threatening the entirety of the world, they can put aside their differences somewhat to at least allow this unaffiliated organization to operate. And with XCOM, it tends to be... The way XCOM works it's more of a... They are completely unaffiliated with any country, regardless of where they're actually based.
When you said that, my immediate thought just went to, oh, yeah, the US or Russia will probably just ask the otherworldly threat for help against the other one first, and then deal with it. But actually, like, it is full historical precedent on that. Like, even during the Cold War, when the US and the Soviets didn't get along, during the Suez Crisis, like, Egypt and France both tried to intervene, and neither the Soviet Union nor the US liked that. And for, like, one of the very few instances in history where you probably are the leader of a country and you immediately need to go to the toilet upon reading the latest news, the US and the Soviets both went like, yeah, we agree, don't do this anymore, stop it, and stared really angrily at Britain and France, and they backed down, because when you have the two superpowers on the planet looking at you like, we don't get along, but we're together on this one. you know you've done, you know.
You know you goofed when it's two superpowers are together.
Yeah,
That otherwise oppose each other, yes. You know you've done goofed.
There's some precedent. The only other thing I would say is, like, I totally also dig, like, yeah, maybe there are issues. Maybe these will be problems. Maybe this country doesn't like Mirrorpool. What of it? What's the worst that could happen?
God, I want to
Why
talk
do you
so
say
much
that?
about I want to talk so much about this whole campaign.
Not with us.
Do you have, like, the person you ran to about the campaign?
What?
Every storyteller has to have that one person that they tell everything about the campaign and all their plans and everything, and they delightfully, like, giggle like little gremlins whenever they tell them stuff.
Well, see, that would be I would, I've made it's kind of an open secret that I've run this setting before for a different group of players in D&D, but yeah, none of those people still like are around in my general social circles, so I have no one. I just have to bottle up all my ideas and be like, okay, next session. Next session, we're gonna learn that Estrella has 7 toes. Only 7.
And don't worry, Marty. Someday you'll
Oh,
find the
dear.
content for this. I'm pretty sure like Zim has Raijin for Wild Traditions, for instance.
Actually, I don't.
Oh.
The only
Oh,
person
sure.
that knows what's going on with Wild Traditions is me.
Oh,
That's spooky. I thought you told, right?
Wow.
I was being like, darn. Get all the advance notice.
Well, I suppose I should take that back. There is one thing that he knows as well as Ren knows that nobody else knows.
ooh.
I'll admit I was half expecting Ren to go, oh, you're talking about spoilers?
I was
No.
half expecting that too, honestly.
No,
It was
no,
a-
I know how to keep secrets.
My finger was
Red's
hovering
bite.
over his icon to move him out.
No, no. I know how to keep
You never
secrets.
see one of-
He's biting
You-
his tongue right now.
No, no,
Yeah, you are.
no, I wasn't. I really
Oh.
wasn't.
I mean,
Oh,
I
you're talking
you
about
know-
how Battle Gamamon is gay.
Oh god, don't give them ideas. They already want to say them.
I
And
do
how he's
not want
really
to
into
say.
Hyro.
Half of this party's like gay, okay?
You're right. You're right.
This you can't give them ideas. Also, Cashel will probably kill whomever tried to get with the Battle Gamamon.
Whoever tried to get with him, that's pretty
Yeah.
messed up.
Oh yeah. Have you
Why?
seen Cashel?
Why is this what is this opinion of Cashel? Jeez.
Not literally kill, hyperbolically. You'd probably just be like, all right, we need to sit down for a very stern talking to.
He'll go dad mode on him. I guess I can accept that.
I'm not
God.
mad. I'm just disappointed in you.
No.
He's
Is Cashel the
already
daddy
done-
of the group?
Yes! You guys have forced him into this role!
Especially Sammy.
I expected more competence from our party, okay? That's my
You-
defense for playing Sammy the way I did. Look, I thought
I
there
am
would be
puffing
more-
on my pipe angrily in your direction.
Yeah. Like, what I mean is, I didn't expect Cashel would be the only one who's be like, you know, all serious and like, you know, thinky and competent and stuff. Everyone else is just as much a disaster in their own way.
Hyro didn't realize how big this actually is when he joined.
Sake.
David just can't cook. And is a dog without a man bun.
Wyatt has problems.
You know what? I know that's a good question. I think Jace is more daddy, Cashel is more dad. There you go.
Wow.
What? Look, I've only tuned occasionally into that TTRPG, but every now and then I've tuned in and I'm like, damn. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious what Era calling you thirsty.
Era's not here to listen, so that doesn't worry me, okay.
I don't know. Air tends to lurk.
Yeah, well, he can comment if he's around.
All right, I'm gonna roll a d5 and
Oh
decide
my
which of you.
god!
You've been quoted, Gabby.
Yep.
Okay, I know, in my defense, that's me, not Sammy. I'm like 99% sure Sammy is ace. Oh
Valid.
yeah, what's that in my pocket? Here, it's my pocket calculator.
All right, I'm gonna roll a d5. There's no such thing,
Going to D5
and
slowly.
decide who Battle Gamamon takes a special interest in.
Oh.
Oh dear.
No. Oh no.
What's gonna be the funniest response?
The funniest response would be him taking an interest in Cashel.
I was thinking that as well, because
Oh.
Cashel would boldly and immediately be like, not interested.
Not on your life.
See, I told
Don't
you
worry
he was
about it.
around, Gabby.
Look, somebody told him to come into the stream and you know, no context. This is what happened. Era wasn't listening. See, it has no idea what's happening. Also, it's Gabby with one D, not two.
You mean Gaby?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
See the quote.
Look, don't worry about it. Also, that's my opinion, not Sammy's.
Okay.
You say gay baby like it's an insult. I'll take pride in it. You know what? Maybe it's my turn to say, don't worry about it, huh? You always say it to others. Maybe it's my turn to say it to someone else.
Don't worry about it, Gaby.
I don't think he is daddy. It's just the few times I've like popped in, right? I know how to ask the question, like who's more dad, Jace or Cashel? And the few times I've popped into that TTRPG, what I see of Jace, I think like, yeah, okay, Cashel's more of like the boring dad. Jace is more like the daddy material, you know? That's the key difference.
Boring?
Just keep digging that hole deeper
Wow,
and deeper.
Gabby! Wow!
Gabby will never
He
stop
is
digging.
he is just concerned about all of your safety.
Exactly. That's boring, Dad. You know what fun Dad does? He gives you a trampoline and he goes, look, I'm gonna jump right before you jump and let's see what happens. Boring Dad gives you a helmet and tells you to go ride the bicycle. Fun Dad tells you, oh, here, try my motorcycle. You press here to accelerate and here to brake.
I Should we be worried?
What?
Oh
Hey,
my
I'm
God.
talking about fun or boring Dad. That has nothing to do with Jace. I didn't say that. I said that.
Oh my God! Gabby, you're just thinking yourself. You're a whole more and
Gabby will-
more.
My hole will reach the other side of the planet if it has to.
Gabby will never stop digging.
What will reach the other side of the planet?
The hole I'm digging for myself. They call me a fucking dwarf.
That's not how you phrased it the first time.
I'm gonna dig your hole.
Oh, whoa.
Get in line, Gip Gap.
Question.
Okay, Era, what? I think, look, there's some miscommunication, okay? I'm just gonna say, let's keep it ambiguous. That's more funny. Also. Cashel can't give me the belt. I don't
Oh my
think
God.
Cashel wears one. Unless Cashel does, in which case it strengthens my argument of the boring dad. Because boring dads wear belts.
You want him to wear suspenders?
No, you just don't wear a belt. It's that easy.
He wants you to have the saggy look.
He's a ex-military, or yeah, he wears a belt.
Yes.
I'm like, look, it's all I heard from a bunch of ex-military people is eventually they break that habit and they're like, oh my god, I don't have to like do this all the time. They'll keep some habits, but not all. Look, you don't have to be afraid solely for the reason that Sammy's not gonna be that kind of problem. Sammy's gonna be a whole other kind of problem. I'm that kind of problem. Sammy isn't. Sammy's the kind of problem that makes Kashal wonder why.
Sammy's just super naive.
While working in a Digimon intelligence spy agency thing.
Oh.
Exactly.
Wah.
Chaotic. Yeah. You know how there's lawful stupid?
Yeah.
Sammy is chaotic stupid. And not in the unintelligent kind of way, but in the I'm not how do I put this? In the naive sort of way, right?
Okay, Eric, you joke, but like, unironically, when I play American Truck Simulator, my vibe is how fast can I go without the police catching me? Can I reach the destination and still make a profit despite all the overspeeding fines? That's how you play the game. 12-lane highway just means you can swerve between traffic more effectively. In the game, not in real life. In real life, drive safely. In the game, go ham.
Is that quote worthy, master? Of what error typed?
You know what?
You quoted me
Yes.
like twice today. You don't have to quote me again. Oh god. Hey Mario, you looking at chat?
I am not.
So just in case Aaron just said he's gonna play a game request for you, he has one if that's okay.
Wait, was that error or was that?
Era.
Error.
Okay. Game request.
Like influence or
Concept is foreign to me.
I don't
The
know what.
the thing that I'm scared of is I'm gonna have to wait 2 weeks for this. If it even 3, might be 4. I'm gonna sit here in suspense.
Oh.
Hey, what's the worst that can
Right, boo?
Oh, Era, you can't. You can't redeem influences outside of the, Oh, I like that, though.
Make it an exception because we're not running today.
Ducks told me what his was earlier, and I am game to go with that. If you don't mind me explaining to you what he meant.
I mean, you can, but, I already denied it. So you would have to redeem
what
it
we-
again.
Okay.
But that's the influence that Era just redeemed. I am willing to make an exception to the no redeeming outside of the game for that, if you are.
I am too, except isn't that a character building thing?
It's Gib Gab.
What do you mean?
If it's funny, he'll go for it.
What
Okay,
is
all right.
this is about?
I yield.
Yeah, technically Gib Gab can say no, but it's Gib Gab.
It's Gabby.
This is targeted.
Yes. Yes, it is.
if I should feel honored or attacked. Maybe both.
Yes.
Attack of Honor, the new Call of Duty like game they're gonna release. Also, Ado.
Your Honor,
so
I
curious.
claim Gib-Gab.
What? Guys. Hold on, what?
Anyways, I'm gonna send you what Ducks redeemed for.
All the explosions. Get that bad water out of here.
There you go. That should clear things up.
Ah.
Yes.
In that case, yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay. I'll go ahead and let Ducks know I've cleared it with you. He just needs to redeem it again.
Oh, goody. We got 2 influences waiting for us in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Looks at my itty bitty amount of sable crowns compared to everyone else.
I will note, if it's a character building thing, I could totally integrate it into the next blob of XP that I'm gonna be spending.
Yes, you could.
Alright, everyone. I finished chapter 2. We're on now chapter 3. The Predator Awakens.
Uh-oh.
What you playing?
I'm
Like
sure
Cooper
you like
2.
Predators.
Man, playing all my favorite games.
Why do you like
That's a
Spike
good
Cooper,
thing.
Marten?
Yeah, but now I gotta watch multiple streamers at a time.
Gabby has asked why you like Sly Cooper, Maddie.
Do I like Sly Cooper?
Why you like Sly Cooper?
Why? Like,
Oh.
You know why? What you like about it?
Well, I grew up with it. Also, I always thought Sly's voice was kind of hot.
High five there.
Yep, just like Ren. The bottom hive mind. And I guess not even only bottoms. A bunch of people said for Sly.
Gotta meet that VA. One of many, many, many VAs I've gotta meet.
I know, right, Ida? Seems to a lot of them.
Look, I just like Sly Cooper, okay?
I didn't really have consoles growing up, so I've never played Sly Cooper.
Missing out.
What
Probably.
console was Sly Cooper released on?
PlayStation 2.
PS2.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a fire type. I can touch lava.
You ever play Thieves in Time?
I have.
Yep.
Yes. I want a sequel so bad, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
I 100% agree with you.
I think they said the mascot platformer days are over.
Which I
Sad.
disagree.
Same.
Because there's plenty of platformer games that's on Steam that's like blowing up. But hey, it's AAA Studios. That's not Nintendo.
You're right.
It's kind of funny in like hindsight because I just realized I was gonna say the PS2 was too old for me, but I had an N64.
Yeah, that just yeah.
I
don't-
had Game Boy and DS.
My
mean,
first
that's
console was a hand-me-down SNES.
My first console was a hand-me-down Genesis.
Mine was a hand-me-down NES.
Nice.
If we don't count handhelds, my first console was a Wii.
Nice.
That's probably the console that I would consider my like first console that I can remember. Definitely the Wii. Though I got a lot of playtime out of the PlayStation and Xbox, the 3 and 360.
The first console that was officially mine was Nintendo 64.
Same. Because the NES and SNES were my dad's.
I have 3 siblings. Nothing was ever truly just mine.
Yeah, I feel that that pain there. For me, it was especially bad because I was the oldest, and there was like a 10-year gap between me and the next. Well, there was my brother and I, but then the half siblings were about 10 years after, and man. How long I had to wait to get a cell phone when they got it so quickly in their lives. Not fair, man. Not fair.
I'm the eldest, but by minutes.
Single child, but my parents were too scared of giving stuff to me. So, like consoles, funny enough, the only reason why I got my first console is because I keep telling them, hey, I'm bored, what can I do? And they got so annoyed by those things. It's like, okay, here's a console. That's the only reason why I got mine.
You got given a console for the same reason like modern children get given iPads.
Yep,
Entertain yourself.
pretty much.
But I don't want to go outside.
I mean, the thing is, I try to go do stuff outside, but single child, don't have any friends around. What can I do?
Imagine being able to play outside. This post was made by the gang member with the really high crime rate city. Not actual gang member, or not actual gang member. Disclosure legally.
I mean, never mind.
It's
I'll neither
triplet
confirm
logic.
nor deny my previous affiliations.
It's triplet logic for me, Ido.
Y'all weird. I just had 2 sisters who were all like a few years apart from each other. But it led to the very funny occurrence of like my older sister did get some stuff, but she was never too much into games and stuff. So eventually I bothered her until she gave me like her PSP, for example. And then she never really gamed much. Whereas I definitely got a lot of the favoritism of the consoles and the handhelds and stuff compared to her. And then my little sister would just be like, Mom, I want what he has. I want his like DS. And then she'd get it and then she'd play with it and get bored and never use it again.
See, since I was the only child, I never really had those issues because, well, I enjoy whatever I get. Because I never really asked for much. Because again, the only reason why I got a console in the first place because I was bored. I didn't even ask for the console.
You just were like, I'm bored. They could have given you a slinky.
Ryan, you could have been given a yo-yo and you could have become the world's best yo-yoer.
And funny enough, my mom and dad was against me getting a console in the first place for so long. But I guess my whining was too much.
Me and my sister had diverging interests, so that was so she never got any of my consoles.
Yo-Yo Shark, yes.
You should watch some like yo-yo like competition stuff. But look at
Pretty sick.
2019.
They are pretty sick.
2019, Hajime Miura, I think he did was 4A. Came in like 7th place. Absolutely insane. Sorry, I'm shelling for the yo-yo competitions.
But yeah, after I got my Nintendo 64, my fixation of consoles rapidly increased.
You know, what's one thing, by the way, like, as you mentioned, I never, and this is something like I kind of understand intuitively, but sometimes I don't know how I did it. It's like, you know, when you're young, right, and you're like fixated on the game, and you just used to be able to like complete it. Sometimes I sit here like, oh, darn, I really want to complete this game, and I just can't. I like my attention span just won't let me. Or like I'll sit here going like, darn, I wanna beat this game, but it's really hard. And I sit there and I go like, how did like me 12 years ago like beat this game when I'm finding it slightly difficult here, and I actually have to like sit down and formulate a strategy and stuff? That I just have like a level 80 Blastoise destroy everything with water gun? What did I do? How did I do this?
The thing is, we have adult lives now. We have all these other things going around us that shift our focus on.
Yeah, but I used to like go to school and do stuff. I mean, I know I'm not like a, I know it's not the same, but sometimes I just sit here and go like, how did I do this as a kid? Did I just bash my head against the wall until I did it? Was I smart as a kid?
I mean,
It's
might
more
be
like we just have a lot more free time as a kid.
more free time to figure things out.
Yep.
Yes.
Or again, just bash your heads against it until we succeed.
I
I want to
mean, shoot, my first couple of runs of Pokemon, I only used one Pokemon. I didn't use a team.
Same. It was like
That's
I had one I had
Universal.
one member in the 80s. Everyone else was in the 20s.
Yep.
20s. That's generous.
No, because then you go back to Victory Road and you catch like 5 other Pokemon. Now you have a strong team. You don't even have to train them. Easy.
But see, I feel guilty if I replace my team, so I don't do that.
You know, it's funny though. As a kid, I sucked at Pokemon. Now I do much better because I can, watch Zim stream and just have it going in the background, just grinding of Pokemon levels the entire time. And I keep my teams even now.
Oh, you just reminded me. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
You guys reminded me of my cutest irrational fear as a kid. I genuinely believed that my Pokemon had feelings about me, and if one would miss or like never crit, I would feel like they were upset with me.
And then they made that an actual thing in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Wow, actually, Fire Red and Leaf Green were exactly the games I grew up on. So
I don't think it was a thing in Fire Red Leaf Green.
No, it was. In those games, in those games, if your Pokemon liked you, they would do better. If they didn't like you, they would do worse. There would literally be dialogue that would pop up being like, your Pikachu loves you so much that he managed to push through and survive that hit.
That's not
that-
Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Yeah.
yeah, that
wasn't
that did
until
not happen in
XY.
Fire Red for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty
I've
sure-
played the games really recently. That doesn't happen.
I know one of them did it then.
It's probably
I know it.
the remakes.
I know it happened in like
Sun and Moon.
original Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
I think
I didn't play much X and Y.
X and Y with
I don't think it
Pokemon.
happened either. Yeah.
I think it may have happened in Diamond and Pearl, but I
No, not Diamond Pearl. I know that for sure.
okay.
Gen 6 is when that started because you had another additional friendship meter that would let things happen, and they expanded on it and then eventually just merged it with normal friendship, and then it was mechanics upon mechanics.
I don't think Yellow did anything, but I haven't played through it, so I have no idea. Because my knowledge starts with Gen 3. So I know Gen 3 didn't do anything with them. I know Gen 3, if I remember correctly, either they were one of the gens that introduced the Return and Frustration, I believe, but I'm not sure on that one. I don't remember exactly when it got introduced. But I know
You know, it was
Gen 3.
Generation 3 that introduced that.
Return. No. Return and Frustration existed in Gen 2, but yeah, they were.
But they weren't
like,
tied to a friendship.
They were tied to friendship, but they weren't like
What?
prevalent
Oh.
until Gen
don't know.
3.
The generation that I played the most was Generation 4.
Same, but that's
3, 4, 5, all of them.
I played a lot of Generation 3, but again, I still had the kid mindset.
I played a lot of like the first half of Gen 2 games of Silver and Crystal because the copy of Silver I had the battery was dead.
Oh.
So the save file wouldn't stick. So I got really good at the first half of the game.
And then it's like, oh, I had to turn it off. And
Yeah.
I didn't save.
Yeah.
I still have my original Pokemon Silver cart, but it does have that problem where the battery's just, or the save battery's just gone in it. So it won't hold a save.
See, I played Silver and Gold, but I never played Crystal.
I never played
I
Crystal
played
either.
Silver. I eventually got to play through Crystal with like a cart that actually functioned, that had the battery is fine, and I did quite enjoy it. But I still remember just the first half of. I got really really good at the first half of the game.
And when Diamond and Pearl came out, I played a lot of that. But when Platinum came out, like, I gotta have this. I have to have this one.
I played
Playing-
Diamond a lot because I got for like my 9th birthday or something
Yep,
a
same here.
DS and Diamond, and I just played that forever.
But Platinum is a game like I played so many hours in that one.
Dude, that makes me want to see you play through Legends Arceus.
Me?
Yeah. Because like that game is a big love letter to Gen 4.
See, I need a capture card though.
Just play it and tell me in DMs how it goes, don't worry about it.
No, if I'm gonna play it, I need to stream it.
He wants visual evidence.
I want to see how you do in that final fight in the game, because that's a tough fight.
See, I kind of spoiled myself on it because I didn't think I would enjoy it.
Okay.
But after seeing it, like, frick,
Zim doesn't
no,
know
I
about
have
it,
to
so
have
he
it.
doesn't.
I what?
You don't know about the Legends Arceus, so no spoiling anything for Zim.
Champion returns.
Yes, I do.
Welcome home.
Oh, you do? Oh, they handy, man.
_all_around just resubscribed for 6 months.
Hey, Ducks, thank you for that resub and your 6 months of support. But yes, I do. Back when Aurum lived with me, like, I didn't play it personally, but Aurum did, play it on stream for me.
Do you know the final battle in the game? That's not Arceus.
But the thing is-
Against the, well, I guess I probably shouldn't say, but, you know,
The JoJo character.
yeah.
Okay. Look, that always takes people by surprise with the actual fight, and that's something I delight in. I know, like, what I'm like. So I got my friend the Pokemon, and with the I think Sun and Moon was the first one that she kind of tried playing. She didn't really get into it. She kind of got into it proper with Sword and Shield. And that was like the first one that she like got into, and understandable because they were like really good Pokemon games, I'd argue, especially for like people who just kind of casually play them and such. Very cool games, good presentation. She doesn't like the old games because she doesn't have like the nicer functionalities like XP share, and she's a very casual player. And I remember when at some point she was asking for help in Legends Arceus. It's like, hey, I need help with this final fight, and I'm like, okay, let's see the team. And like, to me, right, I'm used to building a team that I like, but also one that works. So in this case, for example, my team consisted of the Hisuian Samurott, an Espeon, a shiny Rapidash that I found, a Lopunny, a Gastrodon, and a Vespiquen. I don't think I switched out the best Pokemon. Yeah, I didn't. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of not the greatest team, but I made it work. I had like a decent move variety. I took advantage of some of the changes that Pokemon Legends Arceus made, the like the different styles of move stuff. Cool, and I was able to beat it. Cool. Took me a couple tries and got through it. She showed me her team at the time, and I was like, oh, I mean, it's probably gonna be fine. And it was like, oh, look, this is a Ninetales with like 4 fire type moves. It's got like Ember, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, and Fire Spin.
Oh God, no, that type of team.
Oh dear.
Okay, I think we found some of the problems.
We need to put some work into this.
Yeah.
Yep. What fascinated me though was that she got a little frustrated with the fight and she couldn't like fully beat it. So she just replaced the entire team with like, no, not the entire team, but like she replaced a few key Pokemon and like, you know, grabbed a legendary or two to like beef it up. And I'm sitting here like, huh, that's interesting. And I don't know exactly which game it was, but like I kind of noted that like she's like happy to like replace Pokemon. I don't know which game it was, but like she switched out her starter, and I was like, what? You switched out your starter?
Blasphemy.
I do know there was one. I don't remember which one, but I just did not like any of the starters. So I just was like, yeah, no. Bye.
Into the box you go.
Yep.
My guess
Poor
would
starter.
be
You live here now.
my guess would be probably Sun and Moons? Question mark.
No, I like Decidueye.
No, okay. Oh, I would have fully guessed Incineroar, was it? The final evolution of Litten.
Yeah, it's a door.
What's
Yeah,
up,
I would've
dogs?
guessed. Maybe black and white.
I did like Gen 5 a lot.
I really like Snivy.
I know, I remember playing Ruby and Sapphire. I started with Trico. Was really happy when it evolved into Grovyle. Then it evolved into Sceptile, or whatever it was.
No, Sceptile. It was Sceptile.
Yeah. And I'm like, nope. Turned off the console and repeated the last several hours just to get just to make sure that he did not evolve.
Give him that Everstone.
I can respect that.
But I like Sceptile.
There's no accounting for taste.
So what turns you off of Sceptile?
The pale. Let's be real.
The entire design.
I kind of understand it. Grovyle's a really good design.
Mm-hmm.
And Sceptile is okay. It's pretty neat, but it's not Grovyle.
Yeah, Grovyle is the reason we're playing Explorers of Sky and not any of the other ones. Nice design.
See, this is why I like the Chikorita line, because like Chikorita is cool, Bayleaf is good, and then Meganium's pretty and big, and I like the big. It's like big, pretty flower Pokemon. Winning.
Pat.
They did that Pokemon justice in the new Pokemon Snap.
Which
I think it was
Pokemon?
beautiful.
Meganium.
New Pokemon Snap.
He's pretty. I like.
What do you mean? Ido, do you have a problem with Swampert, or do you like Swampert? I'm trying to.
Swampert's cool. I think that's the idea.
Swampert's big.
I like Swampert. Swampert was my favorite. Was my favorite Pokemon for a long time.
I mean, okay, we can do it this way. So really quick, did you answer Dux's question? Just in case.
Not yet, sorry.
Oh.
I would rather you wait until session, Dux. But yes, you may redeem it again. I did
Make
not
it
realize
local
that he had a different name.
But so we can just go by their different regions and see which starter is everyone's favorite. Or which
I mean,
one's
we,
like,
sure.
I'm not one that does the whole favorite thing. I've got a lot of different ones that I really like.
well, then just say which ones you like and don't per region.
All right,
Easy.
sure.
Yeah, easy. Gen 1, right? So we've got the Charmander line, Bulbasaur line, and Squirtle line.
I like Bulbasaur. His evolutions are...
I like Ivysaur, but not Venusaur.
Yeah, Ivysaur's okay. Venusaur's just meh.
I actually
I really like the Charmander line. And the Squirtle line
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
I agree with your statement, Master. Though
Suck
I would
up.
say I like Charmeleon a bit more than Charizard.
Brown noser.
What? What?
Squirtle line is peak for me.
I
I don't really like the Squirtle line.
I played through Gen 1 the most with Squirtle. But I also like the Charmander line.
Yeah, I'll admit, like, I definitely prefer the Charmander line. I don't much like Venusaur, but it's probably my most played of the starters, but I've never liked the Squirtle line. It's weird. Hey.
Alright, next one.
Alright, Gen 2, so that's Cyndaquil, Chikorita, and Totodile.
Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil line. Perfect.
Yep.
Great.
Love Quilava. Quilava's the perfect fire baguette.
I know, right?
As
Perfect
for Chikorita, pass.
Totodile's neat.
Totodile's good. But his
So-
evolutions are meh as well.
So, for me, I loved the Totodile line a lot when I was younger. I didn't really enjoy Cyndaquil when I was a child. But as time goes on, and I'm looking at all this amazing art of the Cyndaquil line, I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Nah, I just thought at some point had the thought of Quilava would be amazing to hug.
It's like
and-
the long pillows.
Yeah, that was just it was over for me.
So yeah, sadly to say, the Cyndaquil line beats out Totodile line now. But I still love them both.
See, my problem is I like Quilava a lot, but I'm always in the side because but Chikorita's my favorite one. I really love Meganium. Totodile, I'm not really a big fan of line, but like Cyndaquil, I'm torn on because I really like Quilava's design more, but I feel like having a big fluffy Typhlosion to hug is like peak.
Oh yeah, no, that peak indeed.
Quilava's more like your friendly noodle. But I love it.
What about you there,
Yeah.
Maddie? You're being quiet.
Oh, he fell asleep.
No,
I'm sorry to
I'm
say, the
almost keep-
okay.
I can't really do favorites either. I just know, goddamn, Zorua and Zoroark. I took a shining to when they were first revealed. Shaman was a real cutie. I liked Giratina for a while.
I found a Shaman.
And then I played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky for the first time, and I wanted Grovyle to fuck my brains out. Anyways,
Wow.
But yeah, the Chikorita line, I just didn't like.
It's cute, but
It's great. He's a little baby leaf dinosaur.
yeah.
All right, Generation 3, I guess next.
my boy Swampert.
Torchic, Mudkip, and
Oh, I didn't realize we were going by generations. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I passed.
No worries. You
My
can do Gen 1 and 2
boys.
if you want. But to catch
Mudkip.
up.
Mudkip
Okay.
wins for me.
I have a thing. I liked the older sprites for Marsh Top, and then they made him a 3D model and ruined his proportions, and that just makes me sad.
I personally did not care for any of the Gen 3 ones except for Trico and Grovyle. And like I said earlier, fuck Sceptile. And not in the
you
good
would?
way.
Darn. Oh.
Be a Mudkip line. So, given how good Water Ground is as a typing, that's also for Mudkip line is also for the people who just like winning.
I also blame Gen 3
Win.
for starting the firefighting thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was all
With
Gen
the-
3's fault.
OG.
Sure, you can blame
Boom
Gen 3
chicken.
for
Well,
that.
Gen 3 started it, but then the other gens just kept it going.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
culprit.
I mean,
It started the
to-
plague.
To be fair, right? To be completely fair, you only really get like 3 gens of that. So it's like, you have Blaziken, then
Right.
what's his name? Yeah, Infernape, and then Embor, and then after that they diversify a little. Incineroar, it's a bit of a dubious case. But like yeah, it's only technically 3 gens in a row they did it.
And they never
But
get, and probably avoiding it like the plague.
for me, I'm split between the Trico line and the Swampert line. Both of them are my favorites. I love them both.
I mean, I kind of share with them though. I really like Trico and Grovyle. Sceptile I kind of like less. Swampert I used to like a lot more, but I'm taking a shining towards Blaziken because I used to not like it and now I like it.
I mean, I like Blakeman, the Torches line too, but not as much of the other two.
Blakeman.
Red struggles with
I'm
words.
sorry, I don't know why
Poor
that
Red.
was
Rin.
funny to me.
And then Gen 4.
We love you,
Chimchar.
Ren.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gen 4 is Chimchar, Turtwig, and Piplup.
Give me that penguin.
Yeah, my favorite's
Yep.
gonna be the Penguin.
Penguin.
Love the steel, the water steel Empoleon.
Yep.
Such a, I don't know, I just like the design.
I just wish the third form was Anthro. That's my only complaint.
For which one?
The Piplup line.
Yes.
Oh, I think it was Gen 4. Yeah. Gen 4 was the one where I just put the starter in the bank.
Okay.
I don't blame you for that, to be honest.
See, Gen 4 has like a weird.
Oh wait, no, it was
um,
Gen 5.
Okay, that's why I was calling Gen 5 because I was like, you probably don't like Gen 5 in that case. Because Gen 4, I was gonna be like, I don't know, like that's kind of weird because the initial evolutions are probably the least like the most conducive to what the Pokemon is gonna be like out of all of them. Because you see Mudkip, but you don't really expect it. Like the name kind of gives it away, but you don't expect Mudkip to turn into like Swampert. Whereas you see Piplup and you go like, yeah, it's gonna be a penguin. Turtwig, yeah, it's a turtle. Chimchar's a monkey, and then they just evolve into those versions of themselves. You don't see Charmander and you go, yeah, it's gonna be a flying dragon. Or you don't look at like Bulbasaur and go, yeah, it's gonna be a plant abomination. It was like that's kind of weird, actually. I was gonna say if you dropped it.
I mean,
And that's not fair. I love Snivy. Snivy's line is good, but that's for me.
Yes, love Snivy. Give me that
Snivy's
Snivy.
line, the first one, I liked Snivy. But then it just got too feminine for me.
Well, that's why you need to go through and get to Superior, because then Superior goes back to being like, oh, whoa, daddy or mommy? I don't know, whatever you're into.
No,
Yeah,
still
Scala.
too feminine.
That's a skill issue.
Fair enough. Yeah, Gen 5, I like Snivy.
Because like, see, my problem with Gen 4 is that like, Infernape feels the best to use, I'd say. Empoleon is just good. And I love Torterra, but it's just too slow. And then like, on the flip side, you get Serperior, which is fast and hits hard. I never really used Samurott until I got to Legends Arceus, but I ended up really liking Samurott, actually. And my mistake was the
Wow.
first time I played those games, I picked Tepig, and Emboar sucks, and I hate Emboar.
Of course, I don't like Samurott.
I didn't really
Morale.
Yep.
really like any of the starters from Gen 5. I was more for my 3-stage evolution, it was like give me a Dino, and then give me Zora, and then I'm happy.
Oh, I really actually like Gen 5's
What's Gen
The
5
fossils.
again?
Black and white.
Archeops is
Yeah.
going to be one of my favorite fossil Pokemon.
Yeah, no, Archeops is pretty great. Unfortunate ability,
Oh, yeah.
but
That's
Yeah,
make it work.
if you could get around the fetus, Archeops is a really good Pokemon.
I mean, mine was Oshawott. Because, you know, otter.
Gen 6 is a fun one. Froakie,
Double.
Chespin, and Fennekin.
Sorry.
Oh, you could, what was that? Sorry?
I just said Stuffle. Unprompted.
Oh, that's Gen 7. But yeah.
Gen 6. It's between
Fennekin.
Froakie and Fennekin for me.
Fennekin for me.
Baby. I regret using Chespin.
I liked Greninja. Didn't care much for the other two in the line, but Greninja was cool.
I actually liked all 3 of the Gen 6 starters. But mostly, it started with Greninja, and then I saw, like, Chespin and Chestnut, and Art of Chestnut without the helmet, which I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then, my boyfriend really likes the Fennekin line. So that has been associated with him, so now I like it.
Yeah, no, like I really like Fennekin's line. Greninjas I never really much cared for but it's partly a problem because like I didn't like Froakie or Frogadier, but I kind of like Greninja. And I don't like I like Chespin. I don't really like Quilladin, and Chestnut I'm kind of meh on. But the one thing I really respect about the line is that they finally went like, okay, well, what if we actually do like dual typings properly? Like, yeah, so we'll go for a fire psychic for once, a grass fighting, and a water dark. So now there's double typing involved. Let's keep it spicier, and we still keep it at a typing triangle, you know, fighting, psychic, dark. And that was cool of
Yep.
them.
So once they reach their 3rd stage, now they're doing quad damage to each other.
Well, they don't, technically they don't, because like there's no quad damage. It's just another super effective. But, you know,
There's
it's
only
just kind of nerdy.
one Pokemon move that has 2 types. The Holucha's signature move.
Doesn't Scald also technically?
Oh yeah,
do-
Flying Press. Yeah,
Yeah,
Scald's a water move that can burn you.
That was called can also get funky. But yeah, Gen 7. It's a fun one. Letting Rowlet and Poplio.
Rowlet.
Okay.
Rowlet.
I picked Poplio, and I liked Poplio.
I liked Poplio too.
I didn't really like Poplo.
Poplio is another one of those that got too feminine. I'm gay.
Yeah, that one just
I
didn't
like
hit
what I
for me
like.
for some reason.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Incineroar was okay, but I preferred it. I preferred Rowlet.
Owl baby.
He's also got that that nerdy appearance, kinda. That's kinda
Cute.
you know, yeah.
I love, honestly, a little detail that is delightful in battles with Rowlet is that sometimes it just
Yes.
turns its head around to look at you without moving its body. And that's
Yes.
just cute and funny.
I mean,
You
he
got
is an
that-
owl.
That
Yeah.
owl turning near 180 behind.
Yep.
I
always
gotta
found
admit,
that.
like,
That's just funny and cute.
yeah, like I gotta admit, I tried Rowlet as the first one, and I really enjoyed it. I was very happy with Decidueye, but also like I kind of came around to really like Primarina as well. The one I like the least is Incineroar solely because it's like, oh look, it's Kitty. Oh my god, it's Big Cat. We're gonna get a Big Cat, and it turns into like Lucha Libre fighter, and it's like, oh, I wanted bigger cat.
Yeah.
You like,
they
you like
waited-
Litten, you like Torcat.
And then you get to
makes you
Incineroar.
sad.
And it's like,
Like-
oh. And it's
Okay.
another firefighting, so.
Nope, it's Fire Dark.
No, it's
Oh, it is
Fire
Fire
Dark.
Dark.
Yeah,
That's
yep, because-
right.
This
But
time they
everybody
went
thought.
for-
I'm sorry. They designed it to be firefighting. And
Oh,
then they
yeah.
heard the fan backlash about another firefighting. And we're like, okay, maybe we won't do that. But that was 110% their intention with that design.
I actually don't think so, solely because doing fighting.
I
would
need
make
to
sense for
go.
the
I
Ghost
gotta
Fairy.
get ready for work. So I will see y'all later.
See
Alright.
ya.
Later.
Bye bye.
Thank you for showing up.
Of course. And I'll see some of y'all soon at TFF, and I'll see the others in 2 weeks.
I don't think so, solely because like the typings make perfect sense. It's Fairy super effective against Dark, Dark super effective against Ghost, Ghost super effective against Fairy. Well, not really, but
Well,
sort of.
Ghost isn't super
Not
effective
really,
against
but, yeah.
Fairy, but
It's
yeah.
just- we discount it. It kind of works for the most part, ish, sort of. And I don't think so. I think the intention was genuinely just like, yeah, it's like a dirty fighters. We're going Dark type here, but we're theming it after like, you know, visually a bit more of a fighting type, but it
Like
fully leans into
a
Dark type.
heal, right?
Yeah, like that's what Darkest Layret is, right? It's like basically smacking you in a dirty way. But yeah, I don't like the thing. But on the flip side, like, you know, Incineroar became a gay icon, so who am I to speak? I say looking at a streamer on the sidebar that has an Incineroar DPFP.
Next is Gen 8.
Yep, so that's Score Bunny, Sobble, and I forgot its name, even though it was so smart.
Saboline.
And Grookey.
Grookey, yeah. Score
Yeah,
Bunny,
no, my-
Sobble, and Grookey.
I liked
Inteleon.
I liked the Sobble line up to. I liked Inteleon. Score
Inteleon's
Bunny
fun.
was good up until Cinderace, where it's just like,
Soccer.
well, that wasn't the problem. It's you look at the design of Cinderace, and it's just these really the hands.
The hands. I know so many people who've had such big problems with Cinderace's hands.
What's wrong with
It's,
Cinderace's hands?
look at it.
It doesn't.
Feels so awkward.
It's big, thick arms, and then
Any little hand.
Itty bitty,
Yeah.
teeny tiny hand.
I actually never noticed it until now.
Same here.
It's this massive arm and just itty bitty head. Hey, Kenku.
Hi, Kenku.
Hi. I mean, I can kind of see it.
Aside from that, I like Cinderace. It is just that one design choice that is like, why? Just why?
The only thing I can think of, which is not really a good excuse, bunnies?
yeah.
I don't know.
They're there.
Yep. Doing the little kicks.
But then the most recent Gen 9, Oh, would you look at that? What a surprise! I picked the water starter.
Gen 9 is, I actually don't remember. It's Fuecoco, Sprigatito, and I forgot the other one.
Quaxley. The duck. Gay duck.
Yep.
I don't have
It's-
much of a preference for Gen 9. I didn't even play that one.
I guess
Hmm?
I never played Gen 9 either, but if I had to choose, I'm really starting to take a liking of the final evolution. Is how do you say it?
Sprigatito. Yeah,
Thank you.
Meowscarada, is it, I think?
The grass type Pokemon.
Yeah, Meowscarada. That's the final evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of honestly, I mean, that's pretty much what it's come down to. Like, Quaxly's final evolution, I have seen a lot of art of it. Sprigatito and Meowscarada kind of took the first stage at the beginning. People really liked it, but I've seen people really like Quaxly and its like final evolution. People keep saying that it's got a thick rear, and I respect that. Fuecoco, I'm sad because it got ignored, but they actually like it's such a fire like Pokemon. Like I look at Fuecoco and I go, oh,
Yes,
this
it
is
is a
Rex.
fire type.
Okay, yeah, but like, look. My point is, I look at the Pokemon and I go like, this is Rex. It's like, it's a little like borderline Totodile-esque, right? And then it evolves and you get the sombrero, and then it becomes a crocodile.
I mean, there's a reason that he chose that to be with
Crocodile.
yeah. Chomper is a hybrid.
Oh.
And I'm not gonna lie, I obviously picked Fuecoco because I told myself I'm gonna pick the water type this generation. I have regretted not picking the water type since like Gen 3. I should pick a water type for my first playthrough. And I saw
immediately
Fuecoco, I saw
cave.
the final evolution, and I went like, oh well, I know, I'm picking Firestarter again. I'm finally like going, because I used to pick the fire starters a lot, and I really liked grass starters. And then like Chespin was a little bit of a disappointment because I really liked Delphox, and as much as I really liked Rowlett's final evolution, I did not like Grookey's final evolution. Rillaboom was definitely my least favorite of the three. Because like at least Cinderace has a cool animation and cool stuff, and like Inteleon looks awesome. And then there's Rillaboom.
Inteleon goes pew pew.
Yeah. Play. Me. Why do they give me a literal like alligator crocodile Pokemon? Of course I can't resist picking that.
A tiny bird. Tiny firebird.
Tiny Firebird?
Yeah.
Which one?
On Skeledirge.
Where the heck are the last 4 clue bottles?
Has a little firebird on its head.
Oh my god, it does. I never realized that.
That's like its whole thing, Gabby.
Well, I haven't used Skeledirge. I've only gotten to like Crocalord.
Oh my god. It has a little firebird that it uses as a microphone to blast people with fire.
Let me boot up Violet. Where am I in Violet? I barely played it, to be honest. I kind of bounced off it a bit. I really liked Legends Arceus, and then I kind of lost interest a bit, and then I went to Violet, and I bounced off really hard, and then I went back to Legends Arceus, and now that I've almost beaten the game, I'm like, okay, I'm still itching for more Pokemon. I might boot up Violet. But the one Pokemon I really liked in Pokemon Violet was Flamigo. Like, I did not expect to love that Pokemon, but it's genuinely fire. It hits so hard and it's so good
Can you repeat that? You cut out for me.
that I really liked Flamigo.
It's a boxing glove, by the way.
I know.
Its body is shaped like a boxing glove.
And you know, like the lore for it is literally like, oh, why does it tie its like neck into a knot to like contain the power that it holds within or whatever? And I'm like, okay, that's kind of sick. I like it. I like this weird, silly looking bird thing.
Weird flamingo.
Yeah, I love it. Like I was sitting there looking at some of the different birds. Because obviously I want to have a bird on the team, and I was like, okay, which bird do I want? And I was the Wattrel, I think is the electric bird of the region.
Wattrel and Kilowattrel. I actually really like them.
Yeah, so I wasn't gonna get Wattrel. And then I saw Flamigo and I just fell in love. And I couldn't like say no to it. It's part of my team.
It's just it's funny. Also, it actually is kind of scary early game because you're like, oh, what's this thingy? And because it's a single stage Pokemon, it has the stats of a, feasible Pokemon. While you only have little itty bitty babies.
It's
So you get your just absolutely dumpstered and
like even if you're going to assume that like how it compares to other regional birds, it's fully evolved and it has 500 base stat. It has 115 attack.
it's not fully evolved. It doesn't evolve. It's just,
Yeah, it's just the
a
final
single
one
stage. Yeah.
It's
So
got higher base stat total than Absol.
Yeah, so it beats you up. It bullies you early game.
I caught one and I immediately went to use it, and then I was like, wait, hold up, this is fire, hold up.
This thing hits like a truck.
The only problem is that it has like 5 times 2 weaknesses. But you know what? That's not a problem. Because one of the things it's weak to is ice, and you can just beat it up.
I just
Also, it learns Dark type moves. It learns Throat Chop at high level. So, oh look, I'm weak to Psychic. Haha, joke's on you.
yeah. Amigo hits like Truck-kun. Sends the opponent's Pokemon to an Isekai.
Azimothy.
Yes.
Is your next game running?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure you're aware of the time then.
It runs in half an hour?
Oh, my
It's
apologies.
supposed to start now, but as you guys can see from the tabletop dungeon, most people are late. So I'm just going to enjoy this a little bit longer, then I'll move over.
So, okay. How many people have played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
Which
Yes.
one?
Which one?
Like any of them?
Any of them?
Me.
Yeah.
I have. The only ones that I
Cool.
haven't played, which are funny enough, what I have heard are the best ones.
The 3DS ones or
The
Explorers?
Explorers ones.
Oh, you need to go play them, Zim.
Yes.
Yeah, they are on my to-play list. It's just
Timing.
timing, and I'd want to do them on stream, but that would require,
Capture device.
well, probably certain other methods.
Mm-hmm.
Zim,
Yeah.
if you don't play the games, I'm gonna hire that fucking thing to stare at you until you do. Points at Maddie.
Well, that's okay. I'll pick up the Maddie, put him in my lap, give him soft pets, maybe a nibble on the ear, tug on that harness.
Zren took splash.
I take splash damage.
God, y'all are so evil.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I played every single Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Every
I
single one of them.
I didn't get to play Gates.
Yep.
So
People say it was the worst, but that's
Be glad
it's
that's the
actually
one
not
you
that
missed.
bad.
I would say that, but I would still think it's worth playing.
The story in Gates though is good.
Yes.
Hey, I don't know nothing about it. Don't spell me. I'll play it someday.
Oh no,
Okay.
okay, it's just good.
Yeah.
The
It's
story's
not
good.
the best out of all of them, but it's still, in my opinion, a good story.
And it tried some interesting things with like how you set up your base and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just please let us do multiple missions in one run and bring Belly.
What the hell? Why did you get it?
What happened?
But yeah,
One of my beavers has gotten themselves stranded somehow.
Crazy.
Well, hopefully with that remake on Nintendo Switch, we'll hopefully get a new one on Switch too. Hopefully.
Um,
I'm still wishing for it.
My work issued Steam card has reloaded this month. I need new games to play. Does anyone have recommendations?
Timberborn's
Besides
good.
Repo and fucking the weed game.
Timberborn's good.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not my kind of game.
What is
I'm
it?
probably not one to ask then.
I don't know. What is your kind of game?
Good
Hi,
question.
Brian.
Simplistic horror and or just various real-time action stuff.
Alien Isolation.
That's neither of the things I just mentioned.
That's not simple. No.
It is. It's
No.
simplistic horror. It's
That's
very
not simple.
It's spooky.
It's absolutely not simplistic horror.
It's simply scary.
It's
I'm talking
simply horrifying and terrifying.
I'm talking like Kinito Pet, fucking FNAF, that kind of stuff.
I've been having fun with Armored
Alright,
Core
guys.
6. It might be interesting.
I am going to go ahead and switch games and jump down. So, thank you everybody for joining us today for Timberborn. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can do so also by grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, picking up some merch over at zgfgaming.store, or going and checking out my friends who also stream, such as Matty Orasu, Geb, and Renzel59. But for now, thanks so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.